How you doing? Rudy Aragon, Back on Track Ministries, Las Vegas, Nevada. Be transformed by being informed. And, you know, I was told I got a face for radio and a voice for print. But don't let that bother you. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today is the gap theory. Not the cap theory, the gap theory. And everybody's got their own opinions about the gap theory. In fact, this one guy says it ain't a gap theory no more. It's a gap fact. But we're going to try to destroy that today. The gap theory says that Genesis 1 and Genesis 1 and 2, there's a big gap of millions and billions of years. That's called the gap theory. And there's all kinds of different gap theories that can be laid between Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, millions of years, billions of years, Lucifer's flood, all these kinds of things that we see out there. The fossil record has to do with the Satan's flood, you know. But anyway, there's all kinds of theories and speculations. But we're here to set the record straight. And the gap theory is absolutely a fairy tale. There is no gap between Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. The only gap is between the gap theorist's ears. The gap theory was postulated about in the late 1800s by a pastor. You know, he heard all of his life that, well, the earth is billions and billions of years old, so where did the billions of years come about? Well, so he put it between Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. And here we go. But if you study this out in the Hebrew language, there's a little letter called the wap. And it's between Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. And it means that the actual Genesis 2 is a continuation of Genesis 1. Fits right together. There is no gap theory. You know, what happens is God makes this thing look so easy, makes life so easy that we think it all happened by accident. Did you happen by accident? No, you didn't. Did I happen by accident? Well, no. It was postulated by my parents. And you know, everything's hereditary. And I'm going to tell you something. If you don't believe that, well, everything is hereditary. If your parents didn't have any kids, you won't have any either. So, anyway, let's go with that. The gap theory is that there is no gap theory. The man was there that made the earth, made everything in it. Jesus made everything. And he says that he did it in 6 literal days. He said it twice. In Exodus 20:11 and 31 whatever. But look it up. It's there. And Jesus made everything. According to John 1:1, he made everything. So he was there. He knew all about it. And he says that the Adam, nothing died. Nothing died before Adam. When Adam sinned, then everything died. The whole world is groaning, waiting for redemption. So in between the gap theory. Now the earth is actually 6,000 to 10,000 years old, according to the Bible. According to, you add up all the genealogies, and we're only 6,000 years old. Oh, that's a laugh. That's a laugh, Rudy. But you see, if you look at the historical science, historical science says that this earth is billions, if not millions, if not billions of years old. Now, historical science, it cannot be proved. Why? You weren't there. I wasn't there. It's mere speculation. It's mere interpretation of the evidence. And the evidence in the Bible says that we are between 6,000 to 10,000 years old. Take it or leave it. Now, well, there's all kinds of theories, and I mean, there are all kinds of sciences that says the earth is billions of years old, Rudy. Did you know that the radiometric dating, carbon-14, radioactive? Well, they found carbon-14 in diamonds, which are supposed to be millions, billions of years old, right? Come on now. It's the interpretation of the evidence. And my time is just about out. But if you want to argue the fact, point by point, I'd be glad to do that. Make your comments. But this is Rudy Aragon, Back on Track Ministries, Las Vegas, Nevada. If you want to try to argue the gap and not the cap, well, let me know. See you later. We'll see you soon.